So yesterday we had an intense battle for the #1 album in the country this week on Billboard between Travis Scott's Days Before Rodeo and Sabrina Carpenter's brand new album Short and Sweet. And I think this sales battle and the situation that happened yesterday gave Travis Scott and his fans PTSD to what happened at the Grammys earlier on this year, which I made a video on. So I just want to dive into if Travis Scott really got robbed for a #1 album or not this week. And before we jump into things, like, comment, subscribe. I have a Discord. Make sure to go join that. I also have a Twitch. Go follow me over there. Let's get into things. So here are the total sales for each project. The first is Travis Scott's Days Before Rodeo is 361K and 30K streams. Keep that in mind. While Sabrina Carpenter's album Short and Sweet sold 362K and 178,000 of those sales were done on streaming. So you're probably wondering, like, why do we care about sales? Why does the #1 album matter? I think mainly is most interesting because it's very surprising when two juggernauts, you know, Sabrina Carpenter doing huge things in pop, and obviously Travis Scott's one of the biggest rappers in the game, you know, they drop on the same day. And to be fair, I didn't think the battle was going to be that close because Travis Scott is re-releasing a mixtape that's 10 years old. But a day before the sales came out, and we actually saw that Travis Scott actually has a shot at winning this #1, and that the sales are going to come down to like 1,000 or 2,000 sales, which is ridiculously close, by the way. If you don't know, that's like winning a NASCAR race by like an inch or two of your car crossing over the finish line. I mean, it's absolutely insane how close this ended up being. So yeah, it is kind of entertaining, but fans were also speculating if anything fishy's going on, and it might have been because Billboard took an extra day to drop the final rankings and updates on their charts. They did it on Tuesday. They usually ended up doing it on Monday. They do that every single week usually. So why wait an extra time? What are we waiting for? How long does it take to recount? Like, is this the 2020 election all over again? You never know, like, if a label is just pumping money into this and paying them off or buying extra sales on the side. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a thing. And I will say, if you're a Travis fan, it hurts to look at this, but it's facts, okay? Let's look at the streaming numbers from Sabrina Carpenter and how she absolutely blew Travis out of the water. But if you just look at the Billboard charts from this week, every single song on Sabrina Carpenter's album debuts inside the top 45. It's just a massive album, and it's really hard to compete with. And she also had Please 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 and Espresso already going #1 in the country and are some of the biggest pop hits of the summer. So in my opinion, this is a Travis Scott W for the fact that he released a mixtape that was 10 years old and managed to somehow sell that many copies is ridiculous. It's the biggest hip-hop release of the year somehow. So he really gave Sabrina Carpenter a run for her money. I wanted to see Travis get the W, obviously, but he almost pulled off a crazy upset. One thing that I do gotta say is the digital deluxes that Travis Scott was selling, and he dropped like all these extra songs, you know, selling them for $5 or whatever the trend is on people's websites. I'm so tired of it. It's like every week at this point. And I think Taylor Swift started this because she always has so many versions of her album, or ends up like selling more, and she always tries to block people on the charts as well. And it's a very unhealthy trend, and it's just inflating the sales anyway to make them look better at the end of the day. Billboard constantly changes the rules usually, so I wouldn't be surprised if that gets patched soon and they change the rules again. Just like they did for the merch bundles where you could sell, you know, physical copies with a hoodie and it would count for a sale. But with all this sales talk, another point I want to throw at the end of this video is sales never equal the quality of the music, okay? Please don't ever base your opinions on music on the sales that you see or the feedback you see online. Just always form your opinion, you know what I'm saying? We can have fun to debate the sales and, you know, gauge where artists are at and everything like that. I don't think sales are a bad thing, but I think people cross that line of the music quality and the sales way too often. And I reviewed the Sabrina Carpenter album and I was severely disappointed. I think it has some of the worst writing this year, and a lot of people eat it up and they like it, and it caters to a lot of people, so it sells a lot. I'm not surprised. Literally, like, my favorite rapper, I'm not naming him to throw him under the bus, but he sold 7K last year on an album, and I listened to the album, man, I think it's good. I like a lot of songs on it, and there's nothing wrong with the way that he went about not promoting it and just kind of dropped music on the fly. So let me know in the comments down below, who do you think should have got the #1, Sabrina or Travis? Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. I have a Twitter, Instagram, go check me out there, join my Discord, follow me on Twitch, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.